Hi, I lived in Mexico, and I'm speaking about Catholicism in Mexico. When I was at Notre Dame doing my master's degree, I actually wrote a dissertation on Catholicism in Mexico, and I entitled it Aztec Catholicism Streaked with Aztec, because I think that in Mexico there's kind of a mixture sometimes of indigenous ancient Aztec religion and Catholicism at times, what you call syncretism. The Mexicans are very, very devout, very Catholic, at least externally. Uh, it's a 90% or plus Catholic nation, and they have all these wonderful traditions. Christmas posadas, especially December 12th, the veneration of Mary at Our Lady of Guadalupe, who appeared to Juan Diego. So it's a very festive country with lots of rich Catholic traditions like saints' feast days and processions and Holy Week Way of the Crosses and posadas and pastorelas at Christmas, and people have these nativity scenes in their houses that take up an entire room. On the other hand, um, it's not really active always in terms of official church. People don't always go to church on Sunday very much. I think it's like 15%. It's more popular religion and religion focused on in the home, where people pray their rosary, they pray to their saints, they have private devotions, rosaries, things like that. Not as much focused on the official church. And so that was a huge difference between here in the U.S., where we're very Germanic and you follow the rules and you just do exactly what the Pope and the bishops say. Whereas in Mexico, it's more like this is just cultural Catholicism, part of the way people are. It's the kind of in the air you breathe. You walk past a church and you make the sign of the cross like this, just out of habit, whether you're in a taxi or on a bus or walking down the street. So there's kind of a Catholicism in the air, but whether you practice it in a very direct way, I don't know from what I've been able to see. I have godkids down there, and even though the grandparents are very devout, kind of old-fashioned Catholics and still do all the popular devotions, and the kids go along out of respect for their elders, I don't think most of my godkids really practice their Catholic faith very much in Mexico City. So I think there's kind of a disconnect between the culture of Catholicism and the actual practice sometimes, and that's one thing I see. There's a saying that Mexicans are 90% Catholic but 110% Guadalupanos. They kind of follow the traditions of Guadalupe, but whether they live out their Catholic faith each and every day in a real, intense way, it's more just kind of in the culture more than anything.